Welcome to the Kemp IT Law IT Plus vlog. I'm Richard Kemp, and this vlog is our top 10 tips for law firms and contracting for the cloud. Tip 1. Follow a structured approach to cloud procurement. Prepare first a written internal business case, second a statement of requirements, and third a risk and compliance report. The report should weigh factors like disaster recovery and business continuity, regulatory compliance, and the firm's ability to switch to an alternative provider. Tip 2. Review whether the cloud service impacts any of the firm's current client engagement arrangements, and if so, whether any client consents may be needed. Particularly with clients operating in regulated sectors, you may need to consider the client's data and information security policies in this context. Tip 3. Carry out pre-contract due diligence on the provider in the technical, financial, commercial, and legal areas. Do take up customer references. Do your credit searches. Look at any subcontractor the provider uses in supplying the service. Ask what are the provider's own disaster recovery, business continuity, and information security policies and procedures. Tip 4. It's all about the data. Make sure you get strong contractual commitments about return of data during and after the contract. Make sure the data is to be returned promptly on request and in a form in which the firm can use it. Make sure the provider's duty to return data on termination is independent of the reason for termination. Consider whether you may need to keep another separate copy of the data elsewhere. Tip 5. Contract lifecycle issues. Check out the service level agreement, service credit, liability, and support regimes in the contract. Ask who is bearing the internet and communications risk. What are the terms about renewal, contract terms variation, and price changes? Test disaster recovery at least annually. Tip 6. Make sure a written exit plan is prepared within 3 months of the contract and then update it annually. Tip 7. Moving to the cloud is likely to constitute outsourcing under Outcome 710 of the SRA Code of Conduct, so do make sure the contract meets the firm's regulatory duties. Tip 8. Make sure the contract meets the firm's data protection duties as a data controller and the provider's responsibilities as a data processor. Tip 9. Consider also varying the firm's client engagement terms to get written client acceptance to the firm using the cloud service. Tip 10. Finally, you can't exclude law enforcement access to cloud data in all cases, so consider whether you need to put a term about this into the firm's client engagement letters. If you'd like to find out more about law firms and contracting for the cloud, check out our blog and event presentations at kempitlaw.com.